Hello everyone, we're live once again here in the Google Hanguk office. I'm Nathan, I'm the International Student Coordinator for Google Hanguk. And first we have some announcements before we get into the AMA section of the video. First big announcement is that we're going to be at KCON in both New York and LA. The first one is in New York, and that's June 23rd and 24th. And I've got their website up here right now. You can see all the K-pop groups that are going to be there. Also, we're going to be giving a presentation there as well, so you're going to be able to talk with us in person and learn more about living and studying in Korea. So with the presentation, we're going to have a couple giveaways as well. There's some prizes you can win, such as free tuition to Lexus Korea, free tuition to one of our university partners, Hanyang University, and also some lodging at our sharehouse partner, Borderless House. And if you visit our booth or attend our talk, you may have the opportunity to win some things from the universities. This is a notepad and post-it note set from Hanyang, and I'll open it up to show you. So it comes with a spiral bound notebook, and then inside you also get a set of post-it notes and colored markers, or colored like stickies. And then you can also have this pen that comes in the notebook, so that's pretty cool. We thank Hanyang University for donating these to give away to you. Our university partner Sheila handed these smart rings out, these smartphone grip rings. So what you can do is you take off the adhesive back and then you stick it on the back of your phone like so. Then they fold out. Okay, no one can hear us. Okay, maybe you can hear me now. Sorry. So I'll start over. Talking about KCON, we're going to be there from June 23rd to 24th. We're talking about the giveaways. So first giveaway was this one, which is the notebook and post-it set from Hanyang University, along with a pen. The second giveaway is a smartphone ring that you can attach to the back of your phone, like so. And then you can use it like this so you don't drop your phone. And sorry about not being able to hear me earlier. I'm Nathan, I'm the International Student Coordinator for Google Hanguk. And the other thing we're going to have is brochures about all our programs. So inside is school information as well as like the intensity of the program and other things. We have our study trips as well in here. And just a little history about the company and our staff. So we'll have all these things to give away to you when you visit us at KCON in New York. If you're going to be there, we'll have a booth as well as a presentation. So the other thing I wanted to, of course, remind you about is deadlines for things like fall terms and the remaining summer terms and study trips. So again, study trips, we are running a promotion still that if you apply with your friends, your family, just let us know in the application and you can get a discount on the application fee. So you only pay one application fee. Be sure to apply for those. And the deadlines are on our website. May 31st for the short summer trip. And we extended the deadline for the other ones into June. Remaining terms for application for Hanguk University, everything is due June 25th for the fall term. For Sunkyungwan, we're still wrapping up applications for the June term, but we're really looking at the August start for Sunkyungwan, which is the fourth term, and that is July 16th for the due date for the application for the August term at Sunkyungwan. For Hanyang, their due date is July 16th for their September start. Sheila, they're done for this year actually, so they're accepting applications for March 2018 now, and that's not till the fall, so you still have a lot of time for them. And Kyungsung University, July 23rd is the due date for their fall term. So today I wanted to talk about something that a lot of people normally have questions on once they submit their documents. It's that we tell them that they need to modify something on their application form, and a lot of times it's not always that clear. So I will show you that right now. I filled out some sample forms for two of our most popular options. One is Hanguk University, and the other one is KCON University. So let me flip over to those. So here we have the application form for Hanguk University, and maybe many of you have seen this. It's currently just a sample that I filled out, and you can see my picture with green hair there. And oh, hello, Karilu. So you met us at KCON LA last year. Hopefully you can meet us again in person soon. Thank you for joining the live stream. And I hope this brings you a lot of information about applying to a school if you haven't already. And Eddie is modifying the camera for YouTube so you can see the application form on my other monitor. So for those on Facebook, you can see it through the live stream. For those on YouTube, we're going to do our best for you. Maybe if I can move my laptop a little, then Eddie can help. Yep. Is that better, Eddie? Yep, okay. So as you can see, this is the application form. At the top, we always ask if you need the dorm to just write it at the top there, just dorm needed, and we can get you further details on that once you let us know that you do want to live in the dormitory. So if you scroll down, pretty straightforward. You're going to want to check the regular course box, which we do tell you to do. Registration line, this is the one that we normally have to get people to modify a lot. You have to check and or write every term you want to study, not just the term that you want to start in, and not just this year's terms. If you want to study for like 4 or 5 terms, even if they bleed into the next year, you can see on this example that I wrote 2018 over spring here, which means, and summer. So I may start in 2017 fall and then go into winter, but then in 2018 I'm doing spring and summer. So I'm studying for like a full year. That's something that we ask you to do because the school wants to know all the terms that you're studying so they can issue you the proper visa. Another thing people forget to do is to put their picture on the application form. That's a requirement by the school. You can see I just kind of drew in a picture here, but that should be your passport style picture with your ears showing. And I will try to check the comments on the live streams. If you do have questions, please feel free to comment below and Eddie can help me to monitor that. The next section here is pretty straightforward, your name, your birth date. Koreans write dates in year, month, day, so I wrote it here on the application form as well in that format. If you indicate at least what the month is, so we know it's not like if you're born in like April 4th, or that's pretty obvious it's not going to be a different month, but if you put like something like 11 and then 12 and you use like a European format or American format, like make sure we know which is December or it's November or the day. Indicate your gender, indicate your nationality. Make sure you write your passport number exactly the same as is on your passport. We of course check it for you, but make sure that you don't make a mistake there. If you don't know your date of arrival yet, that's fine. A lot of people buy plane tickets later. If you're in Korea and if you have a Korean phone number, then you can of course write it in the application here. But don't forget your email. Some people do forget to write that because it's in the Korea section, but don't forget to write your email. Your permanent address should be maybe your address that you use in your home country. If you do happen to live in Korea full-time already, then you can of course write your address again here. Don't forget to put things like your postal code, your city, state if you're in the US, province, maybe elsewhere. Also, don't forget to write your phone number in your home country if you still have one. If you don't, if you like are living somewhere else or you don't have a phone number, just indicate it. They do prefer you have a phone number in case they need to call you to contact you. Academic background, this is where you'd write your academic qualifications. If you've just graduated high school, then just put like high school diploma. If you have an undergraduate or associate's degree or technical degree, just write that there. You don't have to put a guarantee, you can just skip that part. The student card is also important. You need to put down that, again, your picture, put your picture down in the student card, put your picture up here in the application form section. So here, Mr. John Smith again, he put his birth date again. You can indicate your age. It says age of old. I know that sounds kind of weird, just put your age. Gender again, nationality again, your occupation. So this may be different from like your major, right? Maybe your occupation is like team manager or something like that. But for John Smith, he graduated in engineering and that's his occupation as well. Hobby, you can put anything. Talent, you can put anything. Again, this should be your Korean phone number down here. If you have one, email, please write that again. And again, your academic background. The example person, John Smith, got his bachelor's from Anytown University in engineering. Maybe you've got a high school diploma or a technical or associate's or graduate degree. Be sure to just write that down in the student card section. And also don't forget your purpose of studying Korean in the very bottom here. So that's like a really quick rundown of Hanguk University's application. And I've been sending this to everyone that's requested an application in addition to our instruction page. So please take a look at this and make sure you're writing down all your information correctly. Because we're trying to save time going back and forth with you to input this information. You may say, well, Nathan, can't you just write it in for me, or can't you modify the application for me using some editing software or whatever? And we prefer not to do that because if we could do that, then that gets into like photo or forging applications and all that stuff. So we prefer you put it in your own handwriting or type it yourself, and we can then tell the school we got it directly from you. So we're not, just making up people and sending them to the school. So the other application I wanted to show you, which is probably currently our second most popular school that we help people with, is KCON NY University, and I'm going to shorten it to SKKU, and that's normally also what I write in emails to you. I'll put in like parentheses that we shorten it because KCON NY is kind of a long name to say. So here we have the application for KCON NY, and you can see here is the photo space, so don't forget to put your photo. This person was kind enough to do that, and you can see her ears are showing, his or her ears are showing. I guess it could be a guy too. Again, remember to write your year that you want to study and the terms. And KCON NY uses a numbering system. They don't use like fall, spring, winter, summer. So I will tell you what terms correspond with which months. So in this case, Jane Smith wanted to study the 4th, 5th, 6th term of 2017 and the 1st term of 2018. And you can see she wrote on the application just another box in 1st for 2018, even though the application doesn't say 2018. So please indicate on the application, even if you want to keep going into 2018, all the terms you want to study, not just the term you start. So if you want to study for a whole year, that means you're going to be checking off 6 boxes for KCON NY University. You're going to want to study in Seoul at the Seoul campus for the Korean Language Institute. You can see this right here. The next section is your personal information. Again, just be careful and fill out all the boxes as we instruct you to. Jane Smith was born in 91. You can see that they wrote their birthday in year, month, day format as instructed. Their passport number, their gender, their nationality. Jane Smith in this case is British. She wrote her email and phone number. Include the country code if you would, because we have a lot of different applications from a lot of different people, and we may not know the country code for your phone number, and the school also may not know either. She put down your mailing address. Again, don't forget your zip code, your city, your country. If you're just studying Korean, then you are not studying for a degree, so please check the no box. And again, here you just leave it blank because you're not studying for a degree program. And I like to remind people that the Korean language programs at these schools are not degree seeking. You're not going to get a bachelor's, you're not going to get a master's, you're not going to get a technical degree or associate's degree going to these language institutes. These are what we call in the States maybe continuing education or further education maybe in another country, so just be aware of that. Visa, you may already have a visa, like maybe a working holiday visa or something, but if you don't, then just please check no. If you do have one, then please check yes and indicate that you have some sort of visa for Korea, H1, or maybe you have an F-series visa if you're ethnically Korean. If you have an alien registration number, please write that down as well. Again, you'd only have one of those if you're a registered alien in Korea with immigration. So most of you do not have that, so you don't have to worry about that. Don't forget emergency contact information. So in this case, Jane's contact is Jacob, her father. Again, phone number and address. For the essay, Jane didn't write very much, but please just write a small statement about yourself and your plan after studying Korean. So many people want to perhaps enter university after studying Korean. They want to get a job with the Korean language. They want to go back to their home country to continue studying. Any reason is fine as long as you do write something in this box. And just briefly talk about yourself. You know, I'm Jane Smith from the UK. I really like Korean culture, or I studied Korean cooking or something like that. That's how I got interested in Korean. And so after studying Korean, I want to, you know, continue learning Korean at my home university or whatever it may be. Please fill out the short questionnaire at the bottom. Have you studied any Korean? Yes, no. If you did, for how long? And if you are starting from nothing, you've never studied Korean before, you're going to start at level 1. If you have some sort of familiarity with Korean, then of course you can take a placement test and be placed appropriately. Fill in your objective, and Jane Smith just wants to experience Korea. And how did you learn about the Institute? She learned about it from a friend. If you learn about it through Google Hanguk, then you can please check Study Abroad Agency and write us down. Or maybe you looked on our website or found us on Google or something. Please write that down there. We appreciate it. Please check that you've read over their website and that you know about their Facebook. You can maybe find some more helpful information there about the school, and then just date it at the bottom. And technically, you don't have to do the pretest that's on the pages after this, because you're going to take a pretest anyway, our placement test when you get to school. And the other, let's see, I believe that's it for SKKU's application. The main things that people have trouble with, again, are that they do not check all the sessions they want to study. So if I wanted to study just one term, that's fine, check one box. But if I wanted to study for a very long time, like 6 sessions or 5 sessions, please remember to check all the appropriate boxes. The other thing people sometimes have trouble with is writing down their passport number the same as what's in their passport. So just double check that you're writing down your passport number correctly for us. We of course do check it for you, but then we need to have you modify the application if for some odd reason you write it down wrong. Having correct contact information, again, is very important. The school might need to contact you. We might need to contact you. Phone number and email and mailing address are very important. As I mentioned in my other video that I did, if you decide to change your email address during the application process, please let us know. If you decide to change it and then use the contact form, then just write in the message box like, hey, I used to email you from jane.smith@example.uk, but now I'm emailing you from js@example.uk. So we know you're the same person, because again, like I said in my other video, there's really no way for us to know. It could be just someone with the exact same name, they're British, they want to study at the same time, but we really don't know unless we have some indication from you. So every new email I get with the contact form, I treat as a new person unless I've indicated that, or unless they've indicated that they're using a different email and that you've already contacted us. So we're flipping the camera around for YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Let's see. Anything else for Conde's application? I don't think so. I'll try to make more of these example forms for our other schools as we get more people applying, and or if there's questions with them. These are just some things I've seen through processing, hundreds of emails and getting all these application forms back. and having to turn right around back to you and say that we need something else from you. We want to make the process as easy as possible, so hopefully these application examples can help you do the application just once, as opposed to going back and checking it, and then going back and adding your picture, going back and checking boxes, going back and changing whatever the information is that we need you to change. So those are just 2 examples I wanted to show you. Again, my name is Nathan. I'm the International Student Coordinator here at Gogo Hanguk. We're here to help you live and study in Korea. I mentioned earlier that we are going to be at KCON New York in the United States, and I hope we see you there and that you get to talk to us in person and attend our presentation. We're going to be doing some giveaways, as I saw earlier, or as we saw earlier together. Here's one of the giveaways. This is from our partner Hanyang University, and it is a notebook, post-it, and pen set. So we thank Hanyang University for donating these to give away to you. And they're quite nice. The pen is like kind of a gel pen. The sticky notes are very nice and sticky, and the tabs can help you maybe mark your Korean language books you're using, or other things as well. The other thing we got from one of our partners is this smart ring, they call it. It goes on the back of your cell phone, so if you have your phone here, you can just stick it to the back, and it helps you grip your phone so you don't drop it. So the ring flips out, as I will demonstrate here. So you can see it flips out like this, and then you can stick your fingers through it, and you can like maybe hang onto your phone in this fashion. So yeah, we thank Sheila University for the cell phone smart rings, and again Hanyang for the post-it note and notebook pen set. The other thing we just got finished doing is our brochure, which I'm going to switch to just the camera now. So here's our brochure, which we just finished editing and printing. It is very nice, heavy stock, so you can easily flip through it and get a lot of information about us. We of course have information about the company, and we have information about, say, accommodations, and of course about all of our partner schools. So here, for example, are the pages about our schools in Busan. We see we have Sheila and Gyeongsung, and we thank Sheila for the cell phone rings earlier. Another thing is that we have information on our study trips, as I mentioned. So we host a variety of study trips throughout the year. We're accepting applications currently for those, so please get those in as soon as possible, and make sure to check your email for information if you do apply. We hope you do. Hope to see you soon. We have some summer ones. We have a youth trip also in the summer, and then we have our winter course. And let's see, any other good information I can share with you here. Oh, also, you'll see it on our website, and you'll also see it in the brochure. We have the available term that you can start, as well as the intensity. A lot of people will ask, like, oh, I want to start in a certain month in a certain year, but a lot of times the school terms don't quite line up with exactly the dates you want. So it's good to kind of flip through our website, or once you get our brochure, flip the pages of our brochure to see what school starts when. So for example, Sheila's a good example, because their model is that they do 20-week terms instead of the normal 10. So if you'd like to start at Sheila University, you can actually start only in March and September. That is opposed to some place like KCON University, which has 6 terms throughout the year that are 8 weeks long, but you're in class longer. So actually at SKKU, you can start in January, February, April, June, August, and October. One of our schools called Lexus Korea, they're kind of like a private academy. You can see their page here. You can actually start there any Monday. So with Lexus Korea, if you need a more flexible schedule, if you need something that you can study for a shorter period of time, I recommend Lexus Korea to you. You'll get a great quality education there, just like our university partners, but you have the flexibility of starting any Monday. You can study for as short as 1 week, as long as months if you want. And we have done live videos with them before. You can check them out on our social media. And we did also the interview with the teachers and their marketing staff and a student as well. So please check those out on our social media. They're a great partner, and we enjoy working with them as well, just as much as we enjoy working with all of our university partners in Seoul and Busan. So maybe you saw our video that we did with at Hanguk University doing the class observation. We did one with Hanyang University as well. We are currently finishing the editing of more marketing videos for our other language school partners. So maybe, we'll post on social media when those are up. I got to see the one for Sheila University and it looks great. So that one should be ready very shortly, as well as our other schools that we filmed recently. Maybe you saw the videos that Eddie and our CEO Davide did when they were in Busan filming. They went to a chimek place and they also got to interview some students. So you can check those out on Facebook and YouTube as well. Let's see, other things. Again, when you send us the documents for the application, I normally put, depending on your country, either you need Korean consular certification on your educational documents and perhaps birth certificate, or you need an apostle. Normally people aren't too familiar with the apostle process. The apostle is for international use of your documents, and normally this, at least for the US, it can be state specific. So let's say you got your degree in Illinois. So Illinois might have a different process for doing the apostle than, say, Texas. So normally you need to have those documents notarized if they're going to be copies. If they're originals, probably not. And then you're going to need to send them to your state government for educational documents normally. So I would check the Department of State, the local Department of State for your state first to see what process they have for authenticating documentation, and then go from there. Again, it's called an apostle or apostille, depending on how you pronounce it. And they are not normally too difficult to get. You're probably gonna have to pay a fee to your state government, or if you have a document that needs federal apostillation, then you're gonna need to pay the fee to the federal government. For places like Canada, and some places in Southeast Asia that aren't part of the Hague Convention, you're going to need to go to your embassy and ask how they authenticate documents. And basically, they're going to, again, they may charge you a fee, but you're going to take your document to them, and then you're going to ask them to kind of certify it for use in Korea. Because the schools, they're going to need to do they want to have some sort of verification process that this is a real diploma, that this is a real transcript, that this is an actual document, and not something that's been forged or faked or any way modified. So, for example, if I got a college diploma for when I went to get my apostilled, I needed to go to I could mail it in actually to my state government. Some states may let you do that, other states may need you to go in person. But again, just double check with your home state government. And let me pass Eddie something. There he goes. Looks like Eddie is bringing up something. Maybe we can share that with you. So again, I'm Nathan. I'm the International Student Coordinator for Google Hanguk. We've been talking about the application process for filling out your application form, as well as getting apostles, and also some cool giveaways that you'll be able to get at KCON. I'll show them again just for reference. Here we go. And also our brochure, can't forget our brochure here. And so the other cool thing that we're gonna be doing is giving away free tuition at 2 of our schools and free housing with our share house partner. And you may have seen the videos on social media with Borderless House that we've done, going to one of their properties and talking with their staff and residents at their office. And I believe Eddie has brought up the video for Sheila. So can we share that with them? Okay. I'm going to turn on my desktop audio as well, so you hopefully can hear it. Just 1 second. I'm going to mute me if I can find the mouse. Where'd it go? There it is. So, bringing you the video for Sheila.
Food there is very delicious. We have two options. You may choose Korean food and international food.
이름도 글로벌 타운 기숙사 이렇게 해서 외국 학생들을 우선적으로 또 이렇게 오게 하고 또 한국 학생들도 거기에 이렇게 맞춰서 준 외국 생활을 한번 해보게끔 사실 외국 학생들을 위해서 배려하는 장소이기 때문에 외국 학생들이 오면 더 많이 맞출 수 있게 정말 있고 더 생활할 수 있게 있습니다.
The accommodation here is very cheap. In fact, this room for half an year costed $500. So it's a quite cheap place to live.
It's very easy and it's very quick to make friends. It's as simple as walking outside your door. You can just make friends with someone if you just say hello or just you're nice to them.
저희가 학교 자체에서 테이블이라는 프로그램을 진행하면서 학생들에게 한국인 친구를 매칭해줘서 친한 친구로서 그 부분은 조금은 저희가 어떤 직접적으로 체험을 하게 하고 자유를 맡기는 게 아니라 약간은 관리해주는 시스템이거든요.
선생님들은 착하시고 가족처럼 돌봐주시고 언제나 문제 생길 때마다 도와주시고 거절하지도 않고 언제나 도와주시고.
There are 14 students in my class. This is a very international class. They are from 7 countries: USA, Russia, Vietnam, China, Taiwan, Japan, and Indonesia.
Versus before living in America, now I can actually go to like Korean concerts or like K-pop concerts, K-R&B or hip-hop concerts, just Korean music concerts. So it's easier this way to actually enjoy Korean music or K-pop in the way that I would like to enjoy it.
누구나 이렇게 오고 싶다면 꼭 신라대를 추천하고 싶어요. 신라대는 참 공기도 좋고 공부하기도 참 조용하고 위치도 제일 좋고 산도 있고 등산도 할 수 있고요. 선생님들은 제일 착하고 잘 가르치시고 교육을 잘 받을 거라고 생각해서 추천하고 싶어요.
외국인 여러분, 저희 신라대학교 한국어교육원에 오시면 빠른 시간 내에 컴퓨터
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that, Eddie. So I know it didn't have English subtitles yet. It will have subtitles in the languages we support very soon. We're getting the subtitles made for it. So currently, as you heard, a lot of the dialogue is in Korean. But we will have subtitles available for you very shortly. So the video itself is done, and then we're just gonna work on the subtitles, and it'll be published to our social media very soon. I believe that is all we had for you for today. If you do have any other questions, of course, please comment on this video or any of our other videos that we've made, and we'll be happy to get back to you. Hello again to those on YouTube and also those on Facebook. We'll try to alternate using the production software with both, so you get the full experience. Unfortunately, we can only use our streaming software with one of the systems, so we'll be switching off between Facebook and YouTube every now and then. Again, I've been Nathan at Google Hanguk. I'm the International Student Coordinator. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@gogohanguk.com. You can use our contact form on our website, or you can contact us via social media. We do check our direct messages on Instagram, our messages on Facebook, comments on YouTube, or direct messages on YouTube, anything like that. We definitely check periodically, and we'll get back to you very shortly. Otherwise, I will see you very soon. See you next week, same time, same channel. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.